Oops, disappeared there for a second. Again, nobody's doing. Let's pick up the Psalms 16 and 17, possibly 18. To humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue. In other words, the word. All a person's ways seem pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. He sees what's inside your heart. Nothing's hidden from him. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Put it to him, what he wants, put him first, and he'll take care of it. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. Back to number 3. Again, I've said this before. God will give you all that you need and tell you all you need to hear. The devil will give you all that you want and tell you what you want to hear. Doesn't mean God won't give you what you want, ever. He'll give you, if he knows it's not good for you in the long term or the short term, he's not going to do it, because if you trust in him, and you'll be better off for it. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. See, everything's according to his plan, speaks of his holy plan. The Lord detests all the proud of heart. Be sure of this, they will not go unpunished. So just let them be them. Through love and faithfulness, sin is atoned for by loving others, being faithful to God, loving God, doing his will, and helping others. This is acts of atonement, intentionally or not realizing it. Through the fear of the Lord, evil is avoided. When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's way, he causes their enemies to make peace with them. Better a little with righteousness than much gain with injustice. Because a quick gain is nothing like a long-term gain, which is greater. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps to keep you on the right path. The lips of a king speak as an oracle, and his mouth does not betray justice. Sounds good. Honey-coated words, no matter how bad they are. Honest scales and balances belong to the Lord, and Lord alone. All the weights in the bag are of his making. Kings detest wrongdoing, for a throne is established through righteousness. Kings take pleasure in honest lips. They value the one who speaks what is right. The king's wrath is a messenger of death, but the wise will appease it. When a king's face brightens, it means life. His favor is like a rain cloud in spring. How much better to get wisdom than gold? Way better. To get insight rather than silver? Way better. The highway of the upright avoids evil, because God is leading them. Those who guard their ways preserve their lives. Those who guard you when you do this, when you travel the right way, are guarded by those who are about us, the angels. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall, because they all lead. Pride leads to destruction. Haughtiness leads to failure and falling. Better to be lowly in spirit along with the oppressed than to share plunder with the proud. Again, you must come to God is humble, humility before pride. Whoever gives heed to instruction prospers. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. Be always open to learning, growing. Don't think you're always right. Wise in heart are called discerning. Gracious words promote instruction. So wise in heart are called discerning. So understanding, seeing, hearing. And the gracious words they receive, they promote instruction. So it feeds upon itself. Prudence is a fountain of life to the prudent, but folly brings punishment to fools. The hearts of the wise make their mouths prudent, and their lips promote instruction. Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. The gracious words are words of grace from God. There's a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death. So you gotta have discernment. The devil disguises it as, this is the right way to go. You don't have discernment, it's gonna lead to your death. The appetite of laborers works for them, their hunger drives them on. A scoundrel plots evil, and on their lips is like a scorching fire. A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. All the stuff comes between you and drags you down. A violent person entices their neighbor and leads them down a path that is not good. Whoever winks with their eye is plotting perversity. Whoever purses their lips is bent on evil. Gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained in the way of righteousness. Thank you. What little I have left. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes the city. A lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. I've been a warrior in many lives. He knows I've never been patient. But I have a purpose. I have a reason. He can use that. Number 17. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. True. A prudent servant will rule over a disgraceful son and will share the inheritance as one of the family. The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. You can't buy your way into heaven. It goes by what your heart judges on the truth of your soul. A wicked person listens to deceitful lips. A liar pays attention to a destructive tongue, and is led astray. Whoever mocks the poor shows contempt for their maker. Whoever gloats over disaster will not go unpunished. Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children. Eloquent lips are unsuited to a godless fool. How much worse lying lips to a ruler? A bribe is seen as a charm by the one who gives it. They think success will come at every turn. Only it's fleeting. Whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. A rebuke impresses him when he knows you're going to do something wrong. Try to correct it, take ownership of it, try to do better, and ask his help. A rebuke impresses a discerning person more than 100 lashes a fool. Because a discerning person understands the reason for it. Somebody who's a fool doesn't get it, no matter how many times you suffer for it. Evildoers foster rebellion against God. The messenger of death will be sent against them. Right? Evildoers, those of darkness, physical or spiritual form, manipulated, controlled by those in spiritual form, they foster rebellion against God to try to draw you away from Him. Better to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than a fool bent on folly. Evil will never leave the house of one who pays back evil for good. Though you've invited it in, taken up residence in you. Starting a quarrel is like breaching a dam, so drop the matter before a dispute breaks out. Just let it go. Acquitting the guilty, condemning the innocent, the Lord detests them both. So, acquitting the guilty, condemning the innocent, that's like bearing false witness. Why should fools have money in hand to buy wisdom when they're not able to understand it? And they try to do this, buy all this wisdom and knowledge. You can't do it. They're trying to buy God. And they never understand it. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. One who has no sense shakes hands in pledge and puts up security for a neighbor. Whoever loves a quarrel loves sin. Whoever builds a high gate invites destruction. If you love the quarrel, you love sin. If you're building a high gate, building a wall around yourself, wall everything inside, you're just inviting your own destruction. One whose heart is corrupt does not prosper. One whose tongue is perverse falls into trouble. To have a fool for a child brings grief. There's no joy for the parent of a godless fool. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Very true. The wicked accept bribes in secret to pervert the course of justice. Very true as well. It's all true. A discerning person keeps wisdom in view, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. They're paying attention. A foolish son brings grief to his father and bitterness to the mother who bore him. If imposing a fine, honor thy father and thy mother. If imposing a fine on the innocent is not good, surely to flog honest officials is not right. The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. I'll leave that there. Pick up number 18 next time. I'm going to read through these. I mean, some of them are pretty straightforward. Some of them ask for some discernment, like anything of the word. You have to see through the falseness that is in these pages. It covers these words, honey-coated words, serpent tongue. So you ask for that discernment to understand what's hidden beneath the surface, because darkness cannot affect truth. They can cover up the truth, disguise the truth, twist the truth. They cannot destroy the truth. It's there, underneath. Peace of Christ. God bless.